TIFU by trying to snoop through my wife's computer. TIFU by trying to snoop through my wife's computer. Earlier this week I fucked up by trying to look through my wife's computer and seriously damaged our new relationship. My wife has a group Discord chat with her friends, and she always logs out when she leaves. I was curious as to what she talks about, so I decided to try and see what they talk about. She was logged out, so I used her email and tried to guess her password. Didn't get in, so I just exited out. However, when she went to log in, it didn't completely close out, and she saw the incorrect email and password. Please try again. When she asked me if I tried to log on, I lied to her and said I didn't. She asked me again, and again I lied. She said what she found, so I came clean. She was absolutely furious with me, not only for trying to snoop, but then lying about it. We are a month into our marriage and I completely fucked it up. I've been sleeping alone these past few days and probably will be for another week or so. Not how I wanted to start out my new marriage. She is so mad she's barely talking to me. And the one time she did said she was in a marriage with a child. I know this is completely my fault, and I have no one to blame but myself. It really sucks. And now I just wish I could go back in time and never even try snooping. It's so bad that she said her opinion of me has changed and I don't know if it's ever going to be fixed. I just hope we don't get a divorce over it. 'Cause honestly that would be the most embarrassing and humiliating thing ever. I just hope this gets resolved soon. 'Cause I don't look forward to coming home now. TL. Doctor tried snooping through my wife's computer. Got caught. Lied about it. Got caught lying. Relationship is forever changed and I'm sleeping alone. Why does this sound more like a high school relationship fuck-up rather than a marriage fuck-up? Between two adults? Based on your profile, you were going on Tinder dates around a year ago. Assuming that you were not with your wife at that point. Then you've been with your wife for only a year before getting married. Makes sense by the way you talk about her. Maybe try getting to know her first before getting married next time. You need to take a hard look at your marriage if the worst thing about a divorce would be the embarrassment. Several years ago, I put a shortcut on my desktop labeled, "Not porn," that, when clicked, did not open a folder, but instead forcibly shut down my machine without asking to save anything. Sometime later, my ex from the other room says, something is wrong with your computer. It just shut down for no reason. Quote. I yelled, busted. Quote. And had a good laugh about it. Be honest with yourself and her. It'll take time to rebuild trust. Try to figure out why you felt compelled to snoop. Were you suspicious of her? Just curious? Feeling inadequate? Try to figure this out and talk with her frankly about it. If you can, I'd also find a marriage therapist for you as a couple. It'll help you guys talk in a neutral setting with a trained expert and it will give you good skills to take forward into your marriage. It's the lying when you've been caught out that I find particularly hard to deal with. Not how I wanted to start out my new marriage, did it anyway. Wish I could express some sympathy. But relationships are built on trust and love. If you don't trust your wife a month after you were married, why did you even bother? I just hope we don't get a divorce over it. 'Cause honestly that would be the most embarrassing and humiliating thing ever. Says it all, doesn't it? Don't hope it gets resolved. You have to resolve it yourself. Think about the position of your wife and what she would think about this post. The idea of losing her is not that bad, but being embarrassed and humiliated would be the worst. Come on. You can do better than that face with rolling eyes. You guys don't seem like a good couple. What was your exact, bare bones reason for trying to see it? You need to bare your soul and be 100% honest about why you attempted to look. Then promise her it will never happen again and keep your promise. It's the lying dude, the lying. You can work it out. Sit down and have a completely honest chat about trust and boundaries. Ask her to pick a time. Let her speak without interrupting her and then ask that she hear you out too. Don't get overly emotional. Identify tangible, concrete ways to build trust. The key is tangible, not just saying, "Okay, I'll do better in the future." If you're newlyweds, it must be a huge adjustment in general, so maybe a good chance to talk about other things too. A lot of the time in this sub, the fuck-ups aren't really fuck-ups at the fault of the op. This time though, you fucked up big. My spouse and I have been married for about 6 years now. There are no secrets between us. If my spouse wanted to, she could access my computer and phone with no problems and vice versa, but we don't because we trust each other. I think that it's good that you highlighted that you felt you could not trust her and in turn broke her trust as well when you lied. This will need to be worked on, and honestly you should tell her how you feel instead of keeping it in. Remember, there are no secrets. Tell her how you feel and your reasoning behind it, and that you are sorry for snooping. Though sleeping alone for the past few days is somewhat extreme, my spouse and I never did that. We just somehow made up and realized we fought about something dumb and it would be uncomfortable for the other to have to sleep on a couch when we both work jobs that require a good night's rest. Good luck to you, op. Wow. One of the rare posts on this sub where op actually fucked up. How are you married and have damaged our new relationship? And more worried about humiliation? I'm gonna guess this isn't a stereotypical Western-style marriage here. Seems odd. If I got caught snooping through my wife's stuff, she'd be like, "Are you snooping?" and I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm trying to see where your ass is up to," and she would be like, "Go ahead and look, you idiot," and then I'd find nothing, and then she'd be like, "You hungry?" and I'd say yes, and we go get tacos. The snooping can be forgiven and explained due to insecurity. So be honest with her on why you felt like you needed to look. The lying. That's a much harder one to tackle. You looked due to not trusting, then turned around and broke her trust. Don't just wait and expect it to work out. Talk to her. Have her explain her side and you explain yours. Your issue was the snooping and not trusting. Explain that to her and learn the lying was your bigger fuck up. Apologize and build trust back.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.